you've all managed to get a bite of a sandwich. And for those of you who weren't here this morning, silence in class, please. For those of you who weren't here this morning, this is the second of our masterclasses as a special thank you to members of our Friends for your wonderful support for Leeds Song. We're so grateful to you all. And this afternoon, we are very pleased to welcome the tenor Mark Padmore, who has sung for us many times, but this is the first time he'll have given a masterclass for us. And it's a great pleasure to have you with us, Mark. Off we go.
Everybody's got text and translations? No. Will you just, can you
Yes.
just tell us what you're going to sing?
Hello, my name is Carly. This is Curtis. Today we'll be starting with The Flight by Strauss, and the whole poem is really about spending those last moments with a loved one as they're about to pass on, and the grief that comes with that, but also the beauty and the happiness that one can find with letting go and celebrating the life that you two have had together.
Fantastic. I'll get my 4 quick rules out of the way straight away, which is for singing, speak the words, sing the melody, hear the harmony, and feel the rhythm. So first of all, it's text. You know, we've got to make sense of text. We'll come back to that. The melody is about the horizontal, the line, knowing where you're going to, always having the shape, knowing what the shape is. But the 2 things I want to concentrate on slightly more is hearing the harmony and feeling the rhythm, because they're things we often neglect as singers. Actually, sometimes we neglect them as instrumentalists as well. And there's something about, I mean, particularly Strauss is a very, you know, it's quite a complex harmonic language. He's taking you to different places. We have got to understand it. We've got to embody the sense of harmony so that you can communicate that to the audience. And there's a sort of focused attention you've got to have always as to what's going on harmonically. And the other thing is the rhythm. And this has got a lot of quavers against triplets. And I feel that you've got to play with that much more, sort of both of you, as to how when duplets come in, or when you're singing in duplet quaver movement, there's a tug between those things. And I think it'd be really nice to just sort of concentrate a little bit on those 2 things. The other thing, just to throw into the mix, is I think it's a very it says innig, in the instruction to the song. You gave us quite an innig performance, but somehow or other there's got to be a real core to what you're delivering. Mm-hmm. That it's not just a sketch, it's actually something really determined, and really kind of, you don't let us off the hook by being kind of innig in a sort of shy way. Okay. Really try and communicate it with a real sort of strong line in it. Let's go from the top. So that's the first harmonic surprise for us, isn't it? So we're hearing E minor, and then suddenly we move to something which is, and you're singing on the 5th, you're singing on the B. You're actually doing a version of the Neapolitan 6th, which is the flattened 6th. So you've got to throw all those things into it, but there is a real tension. And feel the tension against the E minor harmony, which is what we're dealing with. Can we just try it once? Don't move from the E minor. Just keep doing E minor, and you sing your line. Just feel Wein. Yeah. It's not about tuning. It's about really sort of understanding how that relates to the underlying harmony. Now go back to your modulation. I feel that you come away from it. That's I think what worries me.
Okay.
Du wirst nicht weinen. And if we go back to the words, our first instruction, the most important word in any sentence is the verb. Yeah. So really work out where those doing words are. And it's weinen. Du wirst nicht weinen. And if we don't understand weinen as the sort of the motivating word of the sentence, it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
So go through it, and I would do a little crescendo. I mean, it would help you with the cantabile as well.
Yeah.
I hear those quavers when they come in too fast.
Yes, I do speed it up.
Well, the worry for me is that it doesn't relate then to da 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 ya ba ba. He's got lines under the notes, and I feel as if they've got to have a weight to them, which relates very much to how the triplet movement has happened. Do you want to just try? Well, let me do two other things. So we modulate from E minor to E major. Yeah. There's a whole lot going on that Strauss is giving us, harmonically. The other note that's really important is the E sharp, which takes us into another key movement. Then we go down to the E natural. All of these things are real clues as to how we sing it. Just going back to the very first entrance, du wirst nicht. There's a thing about the legato of the way the words work. That nicht wahr, nicht wahr. What you tend to do is nicht wahr. There's a sort of almost a drop of the ball or drop of the rope of the tension. And I really would love it if that tension just never faltered.
Okay.
Du wirst nicht weinen.
Yeah.
Can we try those various points, including the... Yeah. Really beautiful. The Kuss is on a C sharp, and it could have been a dee 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 da da dee dee dee. I always think it's really useful for us to sort of be composers and to think about what Strauss might have written. I often think what bad Strauss would have written. In particular, when it's me trying to compose. Yeah. But that C sharp is a surprise to me. I mean, it's somehow or other we've already done quite a lot of journeys in this harmony, but it's the sixth. It's a major sixth, and that's what I mean about the B sharps. They're effectively they're C flat. That's C naturals. They're effectively the Neapolitan, the flattened sixth. Here we're getting on Kuss, we really get the major sixth, and it lifts us up. Sorry, we're going to do it one last time. That was really good. Did you feel it?
Yeah.
Du wirst nicht weinen, and the Lächeln was lovely, going up to the E sharp. But we've got to be conscious of these things.
Yeah.
If you're not consciously doing it, we won't understand it. It's like you speaking a foreign language without making any sense. Once you have that harmonic language, it's wonderful. It suddenly comes into focus.
Okay.
Let's try that again. I still find them a bit fast. Da Kuckuckst zurück, jam bam 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 bam, ja di 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 di.
I'm trying not to go from the tempo that we writ into and return to something that we were doing earlier.
I think we shouldn't writ into any tempo. I think we should actually keep a tempo. One of the great things about I've learned from a jazz pianist is classical musicians have rather forgotten the idea of swing and of the ability of tempo to sort of actually essentially stay. We use slowing down to be kind of expressive. Actually, it's very expressive if you really feel where the beat should be, and occasionally we can then play with that. But I would Blick und Kuss zurück. Then we get the syncopation, which is really lovely. Yam bam 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 bam, ya da da dee dee. And can we just do? We go back one line, because I'd love to do the Liza.
Yeah.
With you also consciously being duplicity against the triplet. Because at the moment it's just, we're not really sort of feeling it. And there's something, I think, it's one of the great things that Benjamin Britten exploits all the time, is twos against threes. It's one of his fights between sort of innocence and experience. It's happening here, really. So can we go from that from the fourth bar? Essentially, we made some progress. Just even there, just feel. Liza, Liza, wirst du. Be really deliberate and equally really kind of da 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 da. Really sort of stretch your triplets so that they don't ever move. It's good. I think there's a danger now in thinking about this is that it's going to sort of nobody's really leading it, nobody's sort of pushing it. So I think both of you can take a bit more responsibility for that. I certainly think in this version you were tempting to. We were feeling you wanted to slow down. In the Kuss zurück, and I think you should resist it. It's not. You can place things, but actually feel the rhythm. Feel the da ya ba 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 ba. You can place it whilst being still very determined. And then once we got into the yam bam 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 ba da 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 unsere Lieben vier Wände. Keep that moving. Du hast sie bereitet. Yeah, we'll get to the. Sorry, we're going to go back to the fourth bar again. Sorry, I'm going to stop one more time because it's really good what you're doing. I think it's really important. It just shows up a very good point, which is you've got to not take time over that breath. You've got to, or at least you've got to catch up.
Yeah, catch and then.
Because that's why we no longer call Curtis an accompanist.
A duo.
You are a duo.
Yeah.
So actually, you've both got responsibility. He's not accompanying you.
No.
So that breath has got to be something that makes sense musically, but also rhythmically.
Yeah.
So yes, you take a breath. Lächeln und wie zu rein. You know, it's the way you then move on the next three quavers.
Okay.
Last time, I promise. Bar 4. Okay, let's just do it. This is great. Wenden, again, we're moving from B to C natural. Ya ba bum ba ba ba. You know, give us. It's not just the words. It really is. All of the emotion comes from you understanding what that C natural is doing.
Yeah.
Not the fact there's a C natural, but what is it? It's what its purpose is. Could you go from the espressivo, yeah. I don't understand that, sorry. Yam bam 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 ba. If anything, I would be early with the sforzando.
Preempt it.
Yeah. It makes more sense. Yeah. You somehow got to coordinate that one as well. Du hast sie bereit. Sorry, whatever the notes are. Go one more time. Rhythmically, it's got to be it's just got to make more sense.
Yeah.
From both. Yeah. Go once more for the espressivo. It's great. I think these severe accelerandos don't quite do it for me.
Okay.
It's not really marked.
No, so keep it.
I just think we lose the power of the kind of the beat. It just sounds a little bit as if you're getting worked up over. At least it loses its rigor. That sort of sense of it really sort of earning what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
And I feel as if it becomes a little bit sort of it's a sort of sketch of the song rather than really doing the song.
Okay.
Can you go directly on Unsere Lieben?
Yeah.
Here, legato. Keep feeding the sound. sounds as if you're sort of you're escaping from what the song is. You know, if you do that big accelerando, it's if anything, it should actually sort of broaden into it. You've got the voice to do that. So really use it. Otherwise, it really does sound as if you're just scared of it. And I don't think you need to be scared of it.
Maybe I was when I first started it.
Yeah.
I'm not anymore.
No. But you've got to give more. I mean, it's about generosity in the end. You know, being generous to us, and anything that becomes just a sort of vague version of it is not really doing it. Just we're going to have to stop in about 3 minutes. Can we go one last time from Unsere Lieben? Just never let it drop. Unsere Lieben vier Wände, du hast sie because you've got to keep, the thought has got to be filling in these longer notes. Du hast sie bereitet, ich habe sie dir. When it gets a bit more wordy, it's easier. But when you've got these, pull it through.
Okay.
Just go, unsere Liebe. The impression you give if you go faster is you're going to run out of breath.
Yes.
And that's the thing you're not going to. No. If you give yourself the right instruction of the breath in, the inspiration, the thought and the breath going in at the same time, you've still got now a habit of it being faster at that point.
Yes, it'll be something to...
I honestly believe that it will sound an awful lot better. You totally resist that, both of you. And make sure that you're pulling against it.
Yeah, because maybe faster, I tendency to come off the voice a bit.
Yeah.
Instead of the nice legato, which.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's do the next phrase. So would you just carry on from where we got to, and we'll is you've got to know where you're going. Yeah. Always. So that G sharp has not got to surprise you as you get into the line. Yeah. The breath you take, dann wirst du heiß meine Hände fassen und wirst mir deine Seele lassen. You've got to know that the Seele has that shape. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. When you take that breath. Just can you give us half a bar before done? Wirst du heiß meine Hände fassen und wirst mir deine Seele lassen. Okay, it's good. I think what you have got a slight habit of doing is knowing that you've got a sort of technically difficult line to manage. So you sort of use short changes at the beginning of it. Okay. Because actually I think if you give more at the beginning, you'll actually have more at the end of the phrase. At the moment you und wirst, we lose any sense of what that's doing. Mm-hmm. I want it to und wirst mir deine Seele lassen. Okay. You know, to really join those verbs up. One last time, just the same thing. Wirst du heiß meine Hände fassen und wirst mir deine Seele Okay, so lassen is actually more important than Seele.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Und wirst mir deine Seele lassen. You know, otherwise it doesn't make sense. That's where the verb is. We are going to have to stop because otherwise we're going to get really behind. It's very good work, but I can sort of see where you can take it.
Yeah.
If you don't shortchange either yourselves or the audience. You know, there's so much in this, and you've got the ability to do it, both of you. So just use that, but don't sketch it.
Okay.
Thank you. And if you King David. Okay, fantastic. So we probably will only just do one song.
Yeah.
But that's great. Could you just tell us what you're going to sing?
I'm going to sing King David by Howard with my pianist Ihan. And this song is talking about King David who's trying to find the calmness from the nightingales. King David was a sorrowful man.
Very good. Just to prove the importance of the, or my understanding of the importance of verbs.
Yeah.
Every verb in this is my copy.
Yeah.
Every verb I have underlined.
I see.
Yeah, and it's because those are the words: haunted, charm. So those are the words that are going to make us understand the poem. King David was a sorrowful man. No cause for his sorrow had he. And he called for the music of 100 harps to ease his melancholy. They played till they all fell silent. Played and play sweet did they. But the sorrow that haunted the heart of King David, they could not charm away. He rose. And then so the magical thing that happens there is harmonically we move from all of the flats to all the sharps, or into all the sharps. So the rose it absolutely sort of has that transformation. And then we start to hear the nightingale. But it's the use of the just the way you use the language that will really help us. Your voice, it sounds beautiful. I also think just harmonically, even at the very beginning, we need to understand the first chord. It's got extra notes in it. So if you can play the chords so that we're really aware of what the B flat, the top note, is doing in that chord. It's essentially it's an A flat minor chord, but with a B flat in it. So just play it with real consciousness. And just play the C flat and the B flat together. Yeah, so we have those are the notes that actually make it a bit painful. This is his sorrowfulness, okay? This is where he's feeling really melancholy, and Howells gives that to us immediately from that sound. One more time. And now the other thing I think you've got to do is actually have the rhythm in it. Yum, bum, bum, bum. Immediately we need to feel that there's almost like a heartbeat. One. It's minim equals 60. Bum, bum, bum. That rhythm we'll understand it almost like a syncopation. Yum, bum, bum, bum. And that'll help us to come in, okay?
King David was a sorrowful man.
Can we do it one more time? Can I conduct it? Yeah. Just because I'd love it to find a rhythm. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum. Think about the pulse more than anything else. Mm-hmm. Okay, from the top. That's late. Sorry. To me, already, that's beginning to gain a little bit of strength to it. Yeah?
I see.
Otherwise, it's just kind of indulgence, and it sounds beautiful, but it's just sort of wafting in the air.
I see.
You know? This now has a sort of feeling, you're telling a real story. King David was a sorrowful man, no cause. And really use that word, it's a great word. No cause for his sorrow had he. But it's And even rhythmically here, King David was a sorrowful man. Ya ba ba ba. Feel the ba 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 ba. You know, all of those things really help. Yep. Once more, and that was good. Yep. Now play it. Yeah, keep doing it in tempo.
King David was a sorrowful man, no cause for his sorrow had he, and he called for the music of 100 harps to ease his melancholy.
The word we don't understand is ease. To ease his melancholy. I mean, you know, it takes his melancholy away. Yeah? And the music of 100 harps, and he called for the music of 100 harps to ease his melancholy. And you've also got to, when you take the breath, I use this word inspiration, which means taking in a breath, but taking in an idea at the same time. And he called for the music of 100 harps to ease his melancholy. You know, just go directly from there.
And he called for the music of 100 harps.
Yeah, what I don't believe the whole phrase, that's the trouble. And he called for the music of 100 harps. Yeah. It's only one idea, but you've got to keep the thread going.
Yeah. And he called for the music of 100 harps to ease his melancholy.
That is one breath you can do, but I think I would be more tempted to play and play sweet.
So don't breathe before sweet.
I would, I think it doesn't really work.
Okay.
But by all means, take a breath before and play. Again, here, what I want to feel is that you've got 100 harp players going brum, 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 brum. You know, you've got to be more. You've got to conjure up more with the sound world that you're doing. You know, it's a great poem for that. You know, King David, he can command whatever he wants. You know, it could be 1,000 harp players, but 100 harps is pretty impressive. And we've got to be a little bit more impressed by the sound of them. So can you just play the beginning of that line? And here they come in. Okay, so, and that's a change, okay? So it's great. We began to hear, you know, harp players, and every one of those spreads should sound like 100 harps doing it, yeah? There's a change now. You know, they played till they all fell silent. Played and play sweet did they.
Yeah.
But the sorrow that haunted the heart of King David, they could not charm away. Okay, so we need that change.
Yeah.
We need the change of mood. We need the change of thought. Can we just do from played? I wouldn't pull up.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. Again, it feels we're losing energy.
Yeah, I see.
If you want to do that breath,
Yeah.
do it.
I see.
But the other place you could do it, played and play sweet, did they? You probably don't need the breath,
Yeah,
but
I can, yeah.
but if you do,
Yeah, before and.
probably before and,
Okay.
yeah. It's very beautiful, and you make really beautiful sounds, but at the same time, I really do think that if you give us a bit more about the sorrow that haunted the heart of King David, it is really only one idea, and what you do is, but the sorrow that haunted the heart of King, we get a lot of the heart, but we don't get the idea of the heart actually being haunted.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah? Can we just go from there? But the sorrow that haunted the heart of King David, they could not charm away. And just there, it's beautiful. That was very good, actually. To me, it convinced. I don't know about anybody else. But yum, bum, bum, bum. I need to feel the syncopations in it. Yeah? So don't be any slower. Could you just, they could not charm, they could not charm. Okay, so this is the magic moment of the song, because we change from an A flat to a G sharp, which is, of course, on the piano it's the same note, but in many other ways it's a completely different effect. That was very good. It just really helps us to I think they could not charm away, not charm. Feel that there's a little bit of text there. That you're just talking with your singer. Yeah. Just do one more time. They could not charm away. When we get to Rose, be a little bit jazzy about it.
Okay.
Hero, not a portamento. I would warm. I know that
decrescendo so soon.
I would actually warm up the A flat, because at the moment
try to keep the energy a bit more longer and then diminuendo.
Yeah. Okay. They could not charm. They could not charm away. And can we do that one more time? Just he rose, but really enjoy coming in with your E major. Okay, it's like you have transformed everything from the melancholy, the harp players, the sadness, and suddenly you moved into a garden. Yeah, this is what. So he rose, and you become the garden. But it's the E major that, or whatever key we're in. We're in.
No, we're the same key.
We're in sync. Yeah. That's what's happening. Yeah. Let's go. Just do he rose. Sorry, and here I think you've got to move on a little bit.
I see.
Yeah, because we need a little. He's actually gone out. He's been sitting.
Yeah.
He's been sitting rather sort of melancholy.
Yeah.
And now he's actually gone into nature.
Yeah.
And it's nature that's going to heal him,
Yes.
or nature that's going to speak to him.
Okay.
So, bum, 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 ba-da-dum. You've just got to be a bird.
Okay.
But you've really got to be a bird. You know, I'm a bird. Yeah? Can I just stop one last time? Yum bum. Somehow the sixth of the chord. We've got an E major chord. And you're going up to a C sharp. It's really important what that C sharp does. Yum bum ba da dum. You play the yum is the dominant dum ba. It's such an expressive. Note in the scale somehow or other, and you've got to do it consciously, with real understanding.
And in his garden walked by the moon
And howls give you so many nice things. A nightingale hidden in us. And again, you're on the da ba ba bum ba bum ba da ba ba ba. It's all modal. It's all sort of beautifully sort of modulated. But use the C sharp, because he could have written, a nightingale hidden in a cypress tree. That's what bad howls would have done. But he doesn't. A nightingale hidden in a... What's from the beginning of that bar? No, it's the C sharp. Hidden. It needs more energy.
Yeah.
A nightingale hidden in a sigh.
Sorry.
Okay, and the word jargoned is such an unusual word.
Yeah, yes.
And to use it as we not understand it as a noun.
Yeah.
This is used as a verb.
Yeah.
A nightingale hidden in a cypress tree, jargoned on and on. And just use it in your imagination.
Yeah.
Hidden. You've actually got to really hidden. Make it even a longer note than actually written.
Enjoy the he. A bit more.
You can enjoy the consonant of the H,
Hidden.
but it's also the length of the note.
I see.
Hidden, hidden. It's not ba bum bum bum.
I see.
You know, it's
Okay.
speedy.
I see. Okay.
It's syncopation.
Mhm.
Is King David lifted his sad eyes into the dark boughed tree. Tell me, thou little bird that singest,
Yeah.
who taught my grief to
to
thee?
you.
And it's the taught that's
Yeah.
so important.
Yeah.
So I know they're quite long notes. Who taught my grief to thee? But taught has got to have as much energy as you
Yeah,
possibly
I see.
can put into it.
Mhm.
And the key. Sorry, where are we? Tell me, thou little bird.
Tell me, thou little bird that singest, who taught my grief to thee? But the bird in no wise heeded.
Okay, so the important word there is heeded.
Yeah.
But the bird in no wise heeded. So you've really got, it's like a little, I know you've got a diminuendo,
Yeah.
but the importance needs to crescendo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But the bird.
But the bird in no wise heeded. And the king in the cool
I also feel that it just needs to move again here
Yeah.
because it gets a little bit soggy.
Yeah.
And the king in the cool of the moon.
Okay.
The king in the cool of the moon. It's such a great line to sing. And the king, you're a harp. There's a memory in you with a harp.
And the king in the cool of the moon, hearken to the nightingale's sorrowfulness, till
Don't slow down. It's really very beautiful. I mean, what you do with your voice is fantastic. You've got all of the sounds that will delight audiences. There's just a sort of the word I like more than anything is rigor,
Mm-hmm.
of being really kind of what is my role here? My role is actually to communicate ideas. It's not for everybody, your role is not to get everybody to admire your beautiful voice. That's possibly part of it, but it's not. It's absolutely not the most essential thing. The most essential thing is to sort of to be saying, this is a great piece of music. I love this piece of music. I want to communicate why this piece of music is so great and what it's got in it that can communicate with an audience. And the poetry will really help you with that. Really sort of thinking, I want these ideas, that every breath I take is related to the thought that I'm taking in. Yeah? Great, thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Siri, and with me I have Joshua. Siri, Michael, and Joshua. And we will start with performing Johnny from Benjamin Britten's Cabaret Songs. And it's a song about, let's say, a bit of a troublesome love.
Oh, the valley in the summer when I and my John beside the deep river walk on and on, while the grass at our feet and the birds up above whispered so soft in reciprocal love, and I leaned on his shoulder. Oh, Johnny, let's play. But he frowned like thunder, and he went away. Oh, the evening near Christmas, as I well recall, we went to the charity matinee ball, and the floor was so smooth, and the band was so loud, and Johnny so handsome, I felt so proud. Squeeze me tighter, dear Johnny, let's stay there. But he frowned like thunder and went away. Shall I ever forget our grand open when music put out a witch a pit there I lay. But you went away.
Very good. Again, I think rhythm is going to be one of your biggest allies in this song. I think the first thing to say is, but he frowned like thunder and went away. At the moment you're doing, but he frowned like thunder, and that doesn't really make sense of what I think what Britain's asking for at that point. What we need to do is, he quite often writes a tempo, or tempo primo at that moment. And I think we need to hear that first beat. But he frowned like thunder. I know that the verb comes on the second beat, frowned, but that in this case, rhythm is more important than the text at that point. I just think you've got to be more generous with the text. It's a really great text. It's W.H. Auden. Or the valley in the summer when I and my John beside the deep river walk on and on, while the grass at our feet and the birds up above whispered so soft in reciprocal love. And I leaned on his shoulder, "Oh Johnny, let's play." But he frowned like thunder and he went away. As a poem, you can give an awful lot to it that I don't think we necessarily have got so far from your performance of it. And I think you can bring all of that into it.
Okay.
Yeah? Let's go from the top. Even there, sorry, I think that musically what we need to really hear is ba-yum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum. It's yum, bum, ba-dum, ba. The second beat is not the most important beat. Yeah? And don't slow down. I don't think there's no need. Can we just stop? There are a couple of clues already which are really helpful. The pause on this, okay? Beside the deep river, walk on and on. Bom, wada ba. I think that our tempo essentially comes on the upbeat. That one. So, but I would do the pause. It's written in your right hand, not in your left hand, which may slightly confuse. But I think we walk on and on. Bom, while the grass at. It doesn't have to be completely our tempo on that beat, but we need to on and on. Oh, the valley in the summer when I and my John beside the deep river walk on and on. And then there's a new start. One more time from the top. So I'll adjust what I said. You don't need to be, you can do a little bit of rhythmic play in that first bit, but don't just sort of lose energy. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Make it a real statement.
Oh, the valley in the summer when I and my John beside the deep river walk on and on,
Okay, so the trick is, you've really got to. This is not accompaniment. Yeah, this is really. It is an equal protagonist in the thing. So the way you play that bottom C is totally your gift. Yeah, walk on and on, boom, wada, and you've got to react to it.
Yeah.
Also, just listen out for the birds. You know, while the grass at our feet and the birds up above. You know, it's playful. It's funny, even. Let's go from, just do walk on and on. Walk on and on.
Walk on and on, while the grass at our feet and the birds up above whisper so softly reciprocal love, and I lean on his shoulder. Oh, Johnny, let's play.
Can I suggest, don't give the game away too early on. He's going to play that trick 4 times or 5 times or whatever in the song.
Yeah.
So this, and I leaned on his shoulder. Oh, Johnny, let's play. You know, keep it up. Keep it as a sort of, you know, you really want him to be doing something to you. Can we go just whispered so soft?
Whispered so softly reciprocal love, and I lean on his shoulder. Oh, Johnny, let's play. But he frowned like
I think let's fix this, because I really do think it's important. Play, but he frowned like thunder. He is that C sharp. It's more important. Otherwise, it sounds. We don't understand the rhythm. It sounds like an upbeat to frown. Oh, Johnny, let's play.
Oh, Johnny, let's play. But he frowned.
So one of the ways to do it, play, but he. It's a short. That is a quaver at the end of the bar. Oh, Johnny, let's.
Oh, Johnny, let's play. But he frowned like thunder, and he went away. Oh, dear evening, near Christmas, as I well recall, when we went to the charity matinee ball, and the floor was so smooth, and the man was so loved, and Johnny so handsome, I felt so proud. Squeeze me tighter, dear Johnny, let's dance today.
Can we just hear what's going on the piano? Just squeeze me tighter. Squeeze me. Yeah. So you're playing some funny notes, which is, you know, I mean, they are funny. I mean, you're playing correct notes, but they're actually, it's a joke, isn't it? Squeeze me tighter. You know, I mean, we should start to see what's going on. Yeah. Just do it once. Squeeze me tighter.
Squeeze me tighter, dear
No,
Johnny.
I can't hear it.
Squeeze me tighter, dear Johnny. Let's dance today. But she frowned like thunder.
Yeah, but he frowned like thunder. I really would love this to be a sort of dum bum ba dum bum 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 ba dum ba da. I mean, Britain gives you you know, the very beginning of the song. Da ya ram bum ba dum ba ya. That's a cabaret. That's a kind of cabaret style.
Yeah.
And at the moment we don't understand the rhythm, so we don't understand what's going on. It's good. It's good. Let's carry on. Squeeze me tighter. Just do from there. Squeeze me tighter.
Squeeze me tighter, dear Johnny. Let's dance today. But she frowned like thunder and went
it's really good. With the recitative, I think, shall I ever forget at the Grand Opera when music poured out each, when music poured out of each wonderful star. You know, they're one sentence, each of them. And at the moment it sounds like, shall I ever forget at the Grand Opera? You know, we hear all the...
It makes too much of a Grand Opera.
Well, I think you can be funnier by being a little bit more kind of just succinct.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, we sort of lose our way.
Yeah.
Let's try one more time.
Shall I ever forget at a Grand Opera?
I think the words are going to be clearer. Shall I ever forget at the Grand Opera?
Shall I ever forget at a Grand Opera? When music poured out of each wonderful star. Diamonds and pearls hung like ivory down over its gold and silver gown. Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven, I whisper to say.
Okay. So one of the jokes about that is, "Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven," I whispered to say.
Yeah.
You know.
That's a good joke.
Yeah, it's a good joke. It's a good joke. But we didn't understand it.
No.
Until I explained it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can we do diamonds and pearls?
Yeah.
Diamonds and pearls hung like ivory down over its gold and silver gown. Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven, I whisper to say.
I would be even more. Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven! I whispered to say. You know, I mean, really, yeah, this is a bit of acting. Yeah?
Yeah.
One more time. Diamonds and pearls.
Diamonds and pearls hung like ivory down over its gold and silver gown. Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven, I whisper to say.
The word you've got to get clearer for us is I whispered.
Yeah.
You know, oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven. I whispered to say. You know, I mean, perhaps it is a little bit difficult to go really quiet with it. But if you do go quiet, you've just got to. You could even do it loud as well. Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven. I whispered to say. Is also funny. Yeah. So try that. Just to. Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven.
And
Do it loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven, I whisper to say.
And until we understand the word whispered, we just don't understand it.
whispered.
Yeah, whispered. You could take as long as you like on it as well.
Okay.
Oh, Johnny.
Oh, Johnny, I'm in heaven, I whisper to say. But he frowned like thunder and went away.
I'm going to keep going on this a tempo primo. But he frowned like thunder and went away. You know, I think it's a payoff. It's the line we'll hear each time, and it's the more casual, a more sort of care. I mean, he's a horrible bloke. You know, he's not worth it. All of it. Yeah. So he frowned like thunder and went away. It's a sort of cliche ending to it. Just do yappa ba 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 ba. If you just do the.
But he frowned like thunder and went away.
Okay. Okay, this has got to be more sexy somehow. You know, the waltz is the sort of the thing that's going to really win us in this song. Yum ba-da-dum. You know, it really be flexible with your waltzing. I think what will really help is left hand. I would be quite present with your left hand. It's a different instrument. It's a it's a plucked double bass or whatever you want to think of it. But it's a ream. Ba da dum, ba da dum, ba da dum. And I think you could, even the way you sing O, the first O, can actually sound like a you're already dancing. Can I just demonstrate once? Oh, but he was, and
Yeah, I see what you mean.
yeah, little bit of this is jazz. Yeah.
But he was as fair as a garden flower, as slender and tall.
Okay, so I think the trick of it will be to be lazy about the ends of the bars. Oh, but he was so fair as a garden in flower. You know, don't feel you've got to be da ba ba ba. You know, that rhythm. You've got to. The bars stay the same length. You've got as much flexibility as you like within them. Yeah. One last time.
But he was as fair as a garden flower, as slender and tall as.
Can you be more present somehow? I think we need to almost see the orchestra. Ya-da-da, you know, bum, yeah. You know, really imagine yourself as different instruments. You know, it could be a little muted trumpet, ya-da-da, ba-da-da. You know, all of these things. Just put it into your imagination and bring it to the table. Okay, sorry, one last time. Just play it for us, because what I can see on the page is ya-da-da, ba 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 da da ba ba. You know, those staccatos are really helpful. Just play it. Just give us a couple of 4 bars of it. Yeah, I would actually make sure that both staccatos really sound staccato. So you've got con pedale. I would take the pedal off from certainly so by the end of the bar, so it doesn't. I'd like to hear the staccatos. Yeah, it's got to be a character now, you know, and it needs character. Yeah, Siri, join in now.
But he was as fair as a garden flower, as slender and tall as the great Eiffel Tower.
Okay, so that's funny. As slender and tall as the great Eiffel Tower. You know, you've got to bring the Eiffel Tower into the room. Yeah? We really do need to suddenly, oh my God. And it's a slight, you know, it's a slight phallic symbol possibly in this context. You know, if you want. I mean, you don't have to, but it's sort of, yeah, when the waltz throbbed out down the long promenade, you know, it's slightly sexy, this.
From back.
I did go from the tempo of the waltz. Yeah.
But he was as fair as a garden flower, as slender and tall as the great Eiffel Tower. While the walls throbbed out down the long promenade, oh, his eyes and his smile went straight to my heart. Oh, Mary,
So this is you're going to Lotte Lenya territory here. You know, this is Kurt Weill. You know, oh, last night I dreamed of you. I've got to hear dreamed. Yeah. I dreamed of you, Johnny, my lover. You had the sun on one arm and the moon on the other. The sea, it was blue, and the grass, it was green. Every star rattled around a tambourine. 10,000 miles deep in the pit, there I lay. But you went away. Yeah.
Oh, last night I dreamed of you, Johnny, my lover. You the sun on one arm and the moon on the other. The sea, it was blue, and the grass, it was green. Every star rattled around the tambourine.
I honestly, I think rhythm is my thing today, but it is. I promise you, it's going to make the song that much stronger. Yum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Even the way we got the grass, it was bum. You know, it absolutely is a death march. Sort of this.
Yeah.
It wants to have that click to it. But you can be quite heavy with the staccato, the accented semiquavers, and a little longer. Dum, bum, bam, bum, bam, bum.
Oh, last night I dreamed of you, Johnny, my lover. You the sun on one arm and the moon on the other. The sea, it was blue, and the grass, it was green. Every star rattled around the tambourine. 10,000 miles deep in a pit, there I lay. But you went away.
It's good. I do think that the lento all needs to be one thing. Di-um, bum, ba-dum, bum, but you went away. It's one idea from the pair of you. I think it's a bit too fast, actually. I think you could really bum, bum, ba-dum. Oh, last night I dreamed of you, Johnny, my lover. You'd want, but it's got to be really tight, and no let up from that. I've been given. I'm afraid we are at the end. So very, very good, but just mine it. You know, really kind of go to exaggerate, and then you can come back if necessary. But at the moment, you know, you've got to give everything that's in there, and I think you know. I hope of shown, there is sort of more perhaps than you were already finding. Yeah, great, thank you. I think we're.
Hello everybody, good afternoon. My name is Clara Soline and this is George Herbert, and we would like to start with performing a song called In the Beginning, which is from Jake Heggie's cycle of Gods and Cats. In the beginning was the cat, and the cat was without purr. The ether stirred, and there was milk, and the cat soared.
waxed behind the cat's ears, and it felt good. Then the firmament shook, and there was produced a paper bag. And the cat went forth into the bag and sing that it was good. She fell asleep,
Of course, I'm going to talk about rhythm.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't not with a song like this. Would you mind just, George, just playing us? We'll leave out the first two bars, but I'd love to hear the piano part for some stretch, actually, because it's really good when we, we really feel that there's a brush drum, snare drum along with it. My feeling is that your triplet felt a little bit inaccurate. Ya ba ba, ya ba ba ba. That it needs to be. It doesn't want to be vague at all. I think you've got to be absolutely as precise in your right hand as your left. Keep going. It's good, but ya da 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 da. Absolutely immediately, it needs to sound ya da da diddly 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 diddly. Don't give yourself any sort of easing into it. Yeah. Can you just go from the beginning of the line? Yeah, so it's all one idea. Ya da 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 ba. It's all very good. Now, I would suggest at the end of the song that we keep all of that. Okay? And the cat went forth into the bag and seeing that it was good, she fell asleep, purring. Yeah, it's absolutely. I mean, there were two moments where he marks poker writ. It was good. But absolutely, if you take a little bit of time there, it's going to click back in immediately.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Once more from the top, all together. Yeah. The beginning of Dichterliebe, I always think, D, C sharp. I mean, just play this first.
What, of Dichterliebe?
Yeah. Yeah. We need to hear both notes because there's something extraordinary about it. It's not, of course we've got recordings, loads of recordings of it. We know how it goes, but that's not the point. We've actually got to hear it when you play it and think, my God, that's a strange start to a song. Likewise here, that first, second that you it needs to mean something, or all those seconds as you go up. Yeah. Because what's happening is the cat is walking on the keyboard. Tom and Jerry. Yeah. It's exactly that. And of course they're not they're pressing two notes together. So be that cat. I want to see that cat as walking along the keyboard as you do it. The very first note, I don't believe that's, it's like the cat's been sitting on the edge of the thing and then it just steps down. And I want to feel something. It's like you'd have to take a breath for it to happen. It's very good. And it'd be really nice if we also feel it absolutely quite in triplets. Ya, ba, 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 ba. I know. And then breathe. Yeah? And breathe at the end of the low note. But it was really good. Yeah? No, it's got to come out of a thought, and the thought's got to be allied to a sort of somehow it's got to come out of the silence before it. Yeah. So give yourself that moment, and then breathe as well. Breathe again.
The cat, and the cat was without purr.
Okay, so now if you think harmonically, ya ba 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 ba, ya ba bum bum ba bum ba. Really, it's as if you're playing against all the notes in the piano. Yeah. Really hear it in your head and do it deliberately.
Yeah.
It's this deliberate singing which I want to try and get across.
Absolutely.
Just go from the yum, bum, bum.
In the beginning was the cat, and the cat was without purr.
Somehow we've got to stop things before we can do the next thing, okay? Yeah. In the beginning was the cat. We don't know, in the beginning it was dark, darkness covered the earth or whatever, or in the beginning was the word, indeed. It's a bit naughty. It's in the beginning was the cat. But that's got to stop, yeah? In the beginning was the cat. And the cat was without purr.
Yeah.
The ethers stirred and there was milk. But that stops as well. And the cat saw that it was good. But for us to understand the poem, you've got to stop phrases as well as start them.
Absolutely.
Yeah? In the beginning was the cat, and the cat was without purr. And it's all about breathing. You know, then it's all about the idea going in, the inspiration. Yeah? What's the last time?
In the beginning was the cat, and the cat was without purr. The ether stirred, and there was milk, and the cat saw that it was good. It was good.
He just says poker writ. It was good. I would not be more than poco.
Yeah.
You're a very expressive singer, and you know you give lots with your face, and it's sort of wonderful to a certain extent. I think though that if you did less with your face and more with your thought, with the thought behind it,
Yeah.
it would actually be even more powerful. So it's a matter of sort of disciplining. You know,
Absolutely.
in the beginning was the cat. You know,
Yeah.
do it with text. Actually, just do a spoken version along with George. In the beginning was the cat. You know, almost whispered or whatever. Give us 3 bars, 4 bars. Yeah, 2.
In the beginning was the cat, and the cat was without purr.
Okay, and the cat was without.
Oh, rhythm.
And
Sorry.
the cat was with.
Yeah.
You know, I would really.
Yeah, sorry, I was doing the rhythm, I was just speaking it.
No. So, but it's really helpful. And that very beginning. In the beginning was the cat, and the cat was without purr. Yeah.
Okay.
Just 2 bars.
In the beginning was the cat, and the cat was without purr. The ether stirred, and there was milk.
Okay, I would even that one. And the ether stirred, and there was milk. You know. Now go back to singing it. It's very good. That kind of discipline will really pay off.
Absolutely.
And just tell your face to be. Do it with just with the eyes,
Yeah, absolutely.
not with anything else. Yeah. 2 bars.
In the beginning was the cat, and the cat was without purr. The ether stirred, and there was milk, and the cat saw that it was good. It was
Again, we lose rhythm. Ba 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 ba. It was good.
Okay,
It
keeping.
was. It's got the beat has got to be there. Yeah. Can I just show you demonstrate one thing from the ether star? The ether starred, and there was milk. Okay.
Yeah.
You've got so much play in it, which is you can really enjoy. Just go from bar 12.
The ether stirred, and there was milk.
Even it can be, and there was milk. You know, somehow or other, each note is because it's absolutely straight. You know, we've got lots of triplety stuff in there. The ether stirred, and there was milk.
Almost a bit percussive.
Yeah, absolutely. Bar 12.
The ether stirred, and there was milk, and the cat saw that it was
Okay, you've got to do that modulation.
Yeah,
Da, 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 da. Yeah, so because that is what's happening at that point. So it was good. It was.
It was good. A hand stretched forth across the milk and
Okay.
scratched.
Okay, again, so this poem is kind of taking us on strange journeys, okay? Da 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 da. A hand stretched forth across the milk and scratched behind the cat's ear. Yeah? I really sort of need to see these events happening.
Yeah.
It was, or what is it?
It was good. A hand stretched forth across the milk and scratched behind.
So the way to do it, I'm sure, across the milk. Do it
Yes.
accurately. I mean, accuracy is a really good discipline to start off with. It's actually also like the expressivity. Just keep it plain, but
Yeah.
keep it really rigorously, rhythmically. Across the milk. And, or whatever
Yeah.
but that gives the payoff of that is that when you come in syncopatedly on and scratched behind the cat's ears, all of those count. Yeah, I mean in more ways than one. Can you go from bar 27, which is a bar before a hand? Full bar.
Yes, yeah. A hand stretched forth across the milk and scratched.
You're too early.
behind.
You're too early.
Oh, oops,
Yeah?
sorry.
Because you've got to be with George. Left hand, you yeah. And I know that I've sort of seem petty sometimes with being so precise, but if you get it absolutely bang on, it just comes into focus. So one more time, bar 27.
A hand stretched forth across the milk and scratched behind the cat's ears, and it felt.
And there even you've got to combine both of you got to get the rhythm absolutely fine. And was great. That really came in at the right moment, and it really helps. But just I wasn't convinced by the how the triplets sort of fall. Can we just hear it, George, from the top of the page? One more time. Yeah, so what's really helpful for us is if 36 starts really clean. Yum ba-dum 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 ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ya-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah. Go just directly from there, from 34.
And scratched behind the cat's ears, and it
Enjoy. Yeah, you're late.
Just like that,
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you a click. Okay. 34.
and scratched behind the cat's ears, and it felt good.
Yeah. So the point is, writs take away the energy. Anything ya ba ya diddly diddly ya ba ba ba, and it felt good. if good comes in on the absolute beat, it's actually more exciting for us.
Okay.
Yeah? 34?
And scratched behind the cat's ears, and it felt good. Then the firmament shook.
Okay, it's good. It's really good. Honestly, it's so exciting when things just are disciplined in that way. It just, to me, it changes. Yo, then the firmament shook. Da ba 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 ba. Really, I mean, it says a cellorando, but you've got to pull those triplets as much as they can go. Okay, because George is playing crotchet. Can you just play us from bar 43? Okay, and as much as that as possible, because then the firmament shook. You know, we can really play off that. Okay, can you just go one more bar back, 42? Okay, and every time you start, it's really helpful if you start deliberately. You know, you're very good at, you know, but just think. You know, and that right hand is the cat again, sort of jumping on the keys, but have a attitude to it. Sorry, and now join in. Sorry. Yeah.
Then the firmament shook, and there was produced.
Okay. Okay. Produced. I would give yourself as long as you like.
Okay.
There was produced. What was
A paper bag.
a paper bag? A paper bag?
A paper bag.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's not what we're expecting.
No.
No? Yeah? So give us, make the joke happen. One last time, 42.
Then the firmament shook, and there was produced a paper bag.
Okay, so slower. I wouldn't be so slow that we lose all momentum. And George, you've got to be exactly a paper bag, a paper bag. You know, because Clara sings a paper bag, and you sing a paper bag. You know, you confirm that it is actually a paper bag that we're seeing. Yeah. Just go from a paper bag. That's the cat again.
And the cat went forth.
Yeah, and I would give yourself even longer, okay? Yeah, the paper bag.
A paper bag. And the cat went forth into the bag, and seeing that it was good, he fell asleep.
Okay. You came in a bit early, but but it's good, you know. But the thing about it is, if we really feel the rhythm, you can then actually play with it just ever so slightly.
Yeah.
That it was good, she fell asleep, and it's that bam 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 bam, because you're being duplets against what you had been doing as the triplets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just go from tempo primo and think about.
And the cat went forth into the bag and sing that it was good.
So can I just do one more time? George, that needs to be absolutely also that it was good. The G sharp needs to be a contradiction of Clara's G natural. Yeah. So it's, again, deliberate and also really absolutely precise on the beat. Once more.
Which way was it that time?
It just felt a little bit sort of quiet and sort of uncommitted somehow. You didn't have, it wasn't invested with meaning.
And the cat went forth into the bag and sing that it was good.
It just feels a little bit as if we've done a rallentando there, and I think that's an old habit. That it was good. Yeah, absolutely. I would do it that much. Can you just give us the cat doing the climbing up the keyboard again, one bar before tempo primo?
And the cat went forth into the bag and sing that it was good. He fell asleep.
Okay, she fell asleep.
Not holding it, yeah.
Don't hold it yet.
Yep.
Nothing. No. She fell asleep. Purring. Yeah. Okay. One more time. Tempo primo. Bar before tempo primo.
And the cat went forth into the bag and sing that it was good. He fell asleep. Purring.
Can I just try it? Into the bag and sing that it was good. She fell asleep, purring. Because the purring also wants to come in. She fell asleep, purring. Because it's such a great payoff at the end of the song. And the cat went forth.
And the cat went forth into the bag and sing that it was good. She fell asleep, purring.
That's great. And actually, by keeping all of that end in tempo, we get the syncopation. Bam, 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 bam. Really, really works. Fantastic. Do we actually finish at 5 or 10-2? Bit of wriggle. Can we just hear a little bit of Des Soldat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I might stop you sort of into it, but this is again this is a terrible story of a soldier who is commandeered into a firing squad to kill his best friend. His best friend has been condemned to death. And there's a real sort of death march, there's drum rolls in this beginning. So this is what we need to hear, is the situation.
Es geht bei gedämpfter Trommelklang, wie weit noch die Städte, der Weg wie lang. O wäre zur Ruhe und alles vorbei, ich glaub, es bricht mir das Herz in zwei. Ich habe in der Welt nur ihn, dem jetzt man den Tod doch gibt. Bei klingendem Spiele wird paradiert. Dazu bin auch ich kommandiert.
Okay. It's good. I mean, it does say nicht zu langsam, so that could be that is a good tempo. I feel it's too fast, a little bit too fast, because I don't it feels as if that we should really hear, it is a military band, and there's somebody going boom, drum, barum, brum, and there's definitely a bass drum on the downbeats, but also on the fourth beats of the bar, which he's got an accent on. And Schumann's accents like that are often sort of expressively rhythmic. Yum, badal-yum, ba, yum, bil-yum, ba. Es geht bei gedämpfter, and really conjure up, es geht bei gedämpfter Trommelklang, wie weit noch die Städte, der Weg wie lang. O wär zur Ruhe und alles vorbei. Ich glaube, es bricht mir das Herz entzwei. It's a terrible, it's Hans Christian Andersen, but at his darkest, most horrible.
Yeah.
I just think that those accented fourth beats can be a little bit heavier, sort of, yeah?
Es geht bei gedämpfter Trommelklang, wie weit noch die Städte, der Weg wie lang. O wäre zur Ruhe und alles vorbei, ich glaub, es bricht mir das Herz in zwei. Ich habe in der Welt nur ihn, dem jetzt man den Tod doch gibt. Bei klingendem Spiel wird paradiert. Dazu bin auch ich kommandiert.
Okay. So we will have to stop, but dazu bin auch ich. If you can really make those glottals work on both of dazu bin auch ich kommandiert, because we need to know that you have become a member of this firing squad.
Yes.
It's very good. I mean, I'd love to work further on, but we just to be fair to everybody, we should stop there. But it's, again, rhythmic discipline in this song, the pulse really goes on. It's a military band. They don't care. They're going to drum this man to his death. So that keeps going. But within it, there's a so the bar length is exactly the same. But you've got a little bit of sort of freedom to be, when you give a bit extra on that last beat of the bar, it has to come in possibly a little early or something, just to make it really work. So you've got that length. Great, thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Martina and this is Alex, And we would like to start with Love Went A-Riding by Frank Britt. And it's about love taking a ride on Pegasus. And everyone is begging Love to stay, but she can't stay because her horse has wings.
Very good. Yeah, again, we will talk about the rhythm of it, because for me, this is sort of the excitement of it. Yam, bam, bam. You know, even those first three chords, the way that you introduce them, I think, has got to have a real sense of there's a downbeat. Bam, 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 yam, ba-dum, bam, bam. You know, that each one has a real point. Can you just play them slowly, actually, that just so we hear the harmonies? Yeah. Okay. So where are we? You know, is part of the question. Yeah. I think you've got to have in your mind as you start it that I'm going to do some kind of pretty jazzy chords in that for those first two bars, and then we hit G flat major. Yeah. You can even have I think I always think that accents give you a little bit of discipline, a little bit of license to be ever so sort of expressive with the timing. Yam, bam, bam, yam, ba-dum, bam. So it's almost like there's an arp tempo in the third bar. Yeah? Yeah. I think the first chord is, you've got to, it doesn't sound percussive enough, actually. Bam, bam, you know, I would, somehow or other, it can be even a bit, you know, make sure that we understand that, you know, you're playing ninths in there. Yeah. So I really want to hear that, the strangeness of the harmony, as if you do it. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. Once I start hearing all and you being completely convincing yourself, you know what you're doing, not just because you've worked out the fingering. Yeah. Yeah. And then bam, 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 bam. You know, so it's that downbeat that actually really counts. And then you can take off. Ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Yeah, sorry, to be really... the three quavers at the end of it, ya, ba, ba, hurry slightly. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm already afraid of the jump.
I mean, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
The more you can avoid that making you rush, the better. So, love went a-riding. Actually, it's even more important than the word love is a-riding, I think. Love went a-riding, love went a-riding over the earth on Pegasus. He rode. And the way you get the... I know there's tenuto, but yambra. He rode, da ba. You know, it's not more than that.
Okay.
But it's just because otherwise we don't understand. Always he rode. You know, he rode. One more time from the top. What we need to now hear is all of the stuff that's going. So you become a river at that point, yeah. So it really has got to be as legato as possible. It become you go into real Schubert mode there. I wouldn't become although you've got espressivo and it's got it's piano and everything. Somehow you've got to keep the energy up. The flowers before him sprang to birth, and the frozen rivers flow. You know, we need it's Winterreise. You know, the frozen rivers underneath it. Everything is steam. You know, really sort of energetically, sort of rushing along. Yeah. Can we just go directly from that key change? Can I suggest you don't do a flowers? Flowers before. I think it just sounds better. I think that's why he writes it like that. Okay. The flowers before him sprang. Okay, can you just try one? The flowers before him sprang. I really want to see them, suddenly.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The flowers before him sprang to birth, and the frozen rivers flow.
It's very good. Last thing I want you to really think about this is the modulation, okay? The way you get to the F natural, we're actually really sort of change. That's where the suddenly burst into water. You know, it's as if we see, you know, like a cartoon, or it's CGI or whatever. You know, suddenly there's this frozen river in front of you, and then it, yeah. But I want to see that. But I want to see it because you understand the harmony. You're actually really thinking harmonically. The way you get to that F natural changes everything. Can you just give the chords there from
That's
Frozen rivers flow, and flow. In flow again. You've got another modulation on the bar line there. Yeah, you've got to take us on those journeys, because otherwise it's a little bit as if you know everybody's sort of just keeping up, trying to keep up, and we're not. You're driving the car. And you've got to be making all of these decisions about which corners you're going to take. Otherwise, you're going to skid off to the sides, or we're just going to feel out of control. Yeah? Please.
The flowers before him sprang to life, and the frozen rivers flow.
Okay, and don't diminuendo. Flowed. I'm really almost crescendo to your D, because otherwise we lose interest.
Okay.
Yeah, very quickly. We've got very short attention spans. And if you don't hold that thread, that rope sort of taut, we're just going to go off. Start thinking about shopping.
Flowers before him sprang to life, and the frozen rivers flow.
Yeah, I think if you really, well, it is longer.
Okay.
And I think you can do it. You know, you've got the breath. I'm sure you've got the breath for it, but it's because you've got to have that thought beforehand. The D at the end of flowed is a really important part of the word. Flowed.
Okay.
Yeah, give it to us.
Flowers before him sprang to life, and the frozen rivers flowed. Then all the youth and the maidens cried, "Stay here with us, stay here with us, King of Kings."
Okay. So, King of Kings is surprising. Ooh, I didn't realize we were talking about King of Kings. Yeah. So we need to. The story becomes important here. Then all the youths and maidens cried, "Stay here with us, stay here with us, King of Kings." You know, I need all of these bits of information. Otherwise, I'm just sort of vaguely. I don't understand what's going on. La. Can you go from? That was all good. Yeah, exactly. So this is 2 bars for then all the youths. Okay, and really enjoy the syncopation of that. Okay, so actually, can you give 2 more bars? So this is from flowed, because when that comes in, ba 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 ya ba ba.
Then all the youth and the maidens cried, "Stay here with us, stay here with us, King of Kings."
Okay, it's good. It's very good. And again, the syncopations there are really fantastic. Yeah. So the more you can make us listen, we're so easily drawn to the voice. And in the end, it's fairly, you know, what we've done. We should be sort of out of the way by then. Or you just join us. You know, King of Kings, King of Kings. You know, put some text in there if you want. but really, really join in. This is go from flowed one more time.
Then all the youths and the maidens cried, "Stay here with us, King of Kings." But love said no.
Okay, so we'll just do that. Are you singing the right? Then all the youths. I just wasn't sure.
No, I was going up.
I think so, yeah. I'd like to do that one more time. I wouldn't be so... It just says poco writ. King of King, ba, 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 ya, ba, ba, brrr. But love said no. But love said no.
Not so much.
Because we start hearing singing and not the poem.
Okay.
Yeah? Last time from Flowed.
Then all the youths and the maidens cried, "Stay here with us, King of Kings." But love said no.
Okay, and it's great, really good. Love said, and really enjoy the fact that your no is not the note we're expecting. We're expecting an E natural, possibly. But love Sorry. But love said no. I would imagine that's what bad quilter would have written. A bridge. Sorry, bridge. So just, it's got to be deliberate. It's that deliberateness, the intention. I have these two words, attention and intention. Attention is noticing all these things, all the things that, you know, that I will pick up on and sort of say, you know, have you noticed that? You know, where's that modulation going? You know, what's the rhythm doing there? That's all about being attentive, about paying attention to the music, to what's going on. Then there's intention, which is about delivering that, all of that stuff you've gathered, and all the stuff that you know between you have put together, all that rehearsal time. And then you've got intention, which is so that the audience, whoever you're singing to, get it, you know, with that sort of generosity. That is a sort of really deliberate act on your part. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's just, you know, all your... the trouble with singing is, I think, from a very early age, is everyone says, oh, you lovely voice. You know, they always talk about our lovely voices, or well, sometimes. But I would so much be much more complimented and excited if they said, "What an amazing song that was," you know, or you know, or that, you know, that poem. I mean, you know, what's going on there, or you know, something. But lovely voice is just that it's boring, I think. So do you know? But Love said, if you really deliver that E flat as something, you know, I mean, he could have said yes, but he doesn't. He says no. Yeah. Last time, let's go from Flowed. That's where you get the payoff, that no for the horse I ride has wings, you know. But the no, that interruption, and the way you sang the E flat was great. You know, it's really sort of had that sense that you were contradicting something. But Love said no. Mm-hmm. For the horse I ride has wings. Okay, can you just play us from Kings? Yeah. Would you mind?
That's great.
Okay, and again, you've got to sing no right to the end of it. No, you know, don't. Otherwise, you've given up. Yeah, okay. It loses energy. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but and I think if you really have the sort of the thought going out that way, you know, don't sort of try and do it in your body. Just sort of deliver it out. It'll get there. It's very good. The no, if you sing it all the way through like that, it really counts. Yeah. Yeah. Last time. Can you give us the whole note?
I'm trying, yeah.
Okay. No. For the horse I ride, I would take a really good breath there. Okay. I mean, there's no reason.
Even if I'm a little late, that's fine.
Yeah, well, as long as you're not late on wings.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fine. Last time. You really can do, and that makes all the difference to us. It feels, I don't know, something about singing is incredibly physical. You know, it's really an athletic sport in that way, and you've got to be prepared to put in that amount of energy to really communicate. Otherwise, it is just, you know, it just feels a little bit half-hearted. I'd love to hear that one more time because it was so good. Shortchange us a little bit. This is usually the last thing you'll sing in a concert, or at least it's the last thing you know probably. So you know you've got to go for it all the time. I would give yourself a little bit of time. Yum badam, he. I mean, I wouldn't be really late. Well, try it anyway. Yum badam, he. I think a little hair of breath there is really helpful, but then be a long time on the hero.
So you would take time for this one too.
Hero. Well, I don't know, a little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't be flabby with it. He rode. It's the way that you actually do the r for road that will really make the biggest difference. Can we go from the key change again before Love Went A-Riding, before the coming back to... Yeah. I would just really enjoy the hemiola at the end. Da, ba, ba, yum, ba-dum. Yeah. And be absolutely really deliberate and quite accented. Yum, ba-dum, if you can. Yeah, I wouldn't even be early with it. Da, can you give me the bar before, the hemiola bar? Yeah, hemiolas always can actually stretch. Ba, 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 boom, ba-dum.
Yeah.
So...
I think I tried 2 bars before.
Yep. Yeah. Ya ba ba yum ba dum. What we really need to hear is the gesture of the song is yum ba dum bum ba dum. So it's ya ba ba bum ba dum. It's got to have a new start on the very last bar.
Yeah.
You can do even more. I'm sure you can. Yeah, it's partly ya ba ba bum ba dum. It's almost like it's got to be a new gesture, and I think you're tying it too much. Perhaps the pedal is not helping. Ya ba ba bum ba dum. I really think that it sounds sort of clean and really exciting. It's almost like, we want that jump bum to keep going forever.
I try it once more.
Yeah. That's the idea. Definitely the idea. Then I think it'll be technical things which I don't understand about. How to get your hands to, with the sufficient energy to make that as clean as possible. But very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I don't know what. Sorry, we didn't get to.
No, it's fine.
Thank you, everybody. It's been a great afternoon. Very exciting, and just masterclasses are difficult because there's so much you've got to take in and process so sort of quickly. But if you can sort of reflect and sort of take those ideas away with you, just about the rhythm, about the discipline of really sort of being accurate to start off with, and paying attention to everything you can possibly find within the music, and then really thinking about how you're going to deliver it, so that people sort of come away being as excited as you are by the wonderful music, the wonderful words. But thank you very much. Have a wonderful week here. So thank you.
And a huge thank you to you too, Mark. One of the things the audience takes away from something like this is that not only have the performers learned a lot, we have, and it's opened our ears. It teaches us how to listen, and it's so exciting because the vibration in the room is amazing. So thank you all. Thank you, Mark, for a fantastic afternoon.